All right. So, um, in this class, we're gonna cover something called a light ray. Um, we're gonna be working with this scene, with this cat in the woods, and essentially we're gonna be learning how to set up a rig for our lights. And for someone, if you've never done anything of this kind, you might think of this concept as something really strange. Why would you want to rig your lights when you can just grab them, rotate them, translate them? Um, well, sometimes you work with scenes that are really large or really complicated, and you want to have certainty that the light will shine through a specific place. So you might want to separate elements of your light, like the tilt from the spin, so that if you get a note and you want to address it, you know precisely where to go and how to adjust it. So to make sense of what I'm talking about, why don't we jump into Maya real quick and we take a look at what this in practice would look like. So we have this scene and we have this cat here, right? So I have a light here. And traditionally, you would just select the light, you would rotate, translate it, and all of that stuff. But let's say we have a very large scene and the light is really far away. How would we go about setting up something like that? Well, in this case, we add the attributes on the light itself. So from here, we can adjust it, and you can see how the light is moving away from our scene. Say we want to spin the light, we can adjust it using these controls. And say we want to tilt it, we can do that as well. So this makes it very easy to set up keys, wraps, rings, kicks, because all of this just becomes a combination of numbers. So, for example, let me move this out of the way, and then we're gonna be looking at this live render. Okay. So now we have this live render running, right? And you can see, for example, if we wanted to move this light, make it more of a ring light. Now that takes us just a couple of clicks, you know? And say we wanted this light to be much, much further away. Now we don't have to go find the light um, and do anything that would like pull us out of our workflow. We can just adjust the settings on the light itself. Um, so we can very quickly set up different times of day, um, go from a kick to a rim, a kick, a top. And once you get used to what these numbers do, you can actually pretty much predict the outcome ahead of time. So, for example, I can already tell if I set the tilt to minus 90, then this light will be above the character. And I don't even have to guess it because I've worked with the numbers enough that I know how to predict the outcome of these numbers. Or let's say I want to say to 60. If you spend enough time working with these numbers, you'll be able to essentially very quickly predict the result of these numbers. So you can very quickly set up very complicated rigs just by playing with these numbers. And if you get a node to make the light a little bit more frontal, it's just one attribute. So it's very easy to keep track of your nodes. All right, so let me just do a quick overview of the actual class now that we've explained what we're trying to do here. So we're gonna be working with this scene that I previously shared. It's available as part of the assets for folks who sign up for the classes tier. Um, I'm setting up a very simple Skydom. This class is free. Anybody can read it. So this is going to be our starting point. And then I actually go into showing the bad way to tackle this type of scenarios where we have really large sets and really far away lights. And the bad scenario, the bad idea is to use a directional light because this floods the whole scene, is really flat. Doesn't offer a lot of control. Can now assign a gobo to it. Um, it just really limits your ability to direct. And then I show how to start setting up his rig, where essentially we take the light, we group it multiple times, and then we essentially separate each of the transforms into their own groups. So if you move the light far away enough, it will look just like a directional light. But now you have the ability to um, adjust attributes like the spread, assign gobos to it, do all sorts of operations. And then the cool thing is that it's really easy to duplicate the whole thing. So if you want to create a series of dapples, it's really easy to duplicate them. And it's also really easy to mass rotate them, mass spin them, mass tilt them, because all the lights will share the same attributes. So you can very quickly set up very complex looking dappled, very complex looking scenarios where you have light streaming from windows. Because the cool thing is that you know precisely where the light will be coming and precisely how close to it, close to the opening of a window it will be. So this rig is really simple and really powerful, and I'll probably be using this method for grouping the lights in a lot of classes in the future. So I just thought it would be important to show um, the workflow, since we'll be seeing a lot of it. The class is already live. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Thank you.